with the Cox Plate, but Rupert McCall we know well. He loves racing too. He loves the Valley. He loves the WS Cox Plate. He's a poet of international acclaim. He's a ripping bloke. Please put your hands together for Rupert McCall to perform an ode to the Cox Plate.
Words need not describe it when you're basking in the roar. Your voice is hoarse from yelling like you've never yelled before. Conversation fails you as the moment is digested. That old man spoke of shivers. It was just as he suggested. Sport has many spectacles and many will inspire, but racing has this quality that always lifts me higher. For I stood there at the finish where the valley rolls and rocks, and I couldn't speak a sentence. But I thought of Mr. Cox. Tell me, William Samuel, God rest your soul in peace, did you have this stunning vision when you entered in that lease? Did you know that every year would write another famous page? Could you see it as the ultimate in terms of wait for age? For the spring of 1930, did you have a premonition that a terror known as Farlap would epitomise the mission? Did you catch a glimpse of Tulloch adding folklore to the stats? Ah, you knew the champ had won it when the sky was raining hats. No words need not describe it when the great ones make their mark. You think about a cliche, but it wouldn't light the spark. It wouldn't make a noise from Yarra Glen to Tarragindi like the day this roof was lifted for the grey from Gundawindi. They did the same for hydrogen, for Chatham, Flight and Delta, for Tranquil Star and Tobin Bronze. This race has been a belter. They all deserve to have their name engraved upon that plate. Rising fast, heroic. It's a simple twist of fate. There's a magic at the Valley, and I'm not sure what it is, but you can almost touch the moment. You can almost taste the fizz. The atmosphere seduces you and puts you in a trance. It traps you like an insect in a web of turf romance. And just when you've convinced yourself it's only just a race, a freak of nature comes along and puts you in your place. To label it an era is the least that we could do. The years were 1980, 81 and 82. He couldn't win the third, you know. Old Bill was right, of course, because we told ourselves he couldn't win. But no one told the horse. The thing about the king was that he never let us down. And when racing speaks of miracles, it speaks of Kingston Town. Words need not describe it when the brave resort to madness. That there had to be a loser is indeed the only sadness. When a star they called our Waverley declared a state of war on his fellow Kiwi Bone Crusher, who found a fraction more. Tell me, Mr. Cox, from where your punters did assemble in the stirring face of combat, did the gates of heaven tremble? Did St. Peter pull his race guide out and slap it like a fool when the awesome sight of Dulcify exploded at the school? Did you loosen up your vocal cords when better finished best? I think you might agree, old mate. This race of yours is blessed. In fact, a saintly kind of feeling has been known to pass right through you with an urge to thank the Lord above by shouting, Alleluia. The honour board speaks volumes. It's the ultimate who's who. Since Violoncello kicked things off in 1922, some have led from go to woe, and some have played the swooper. There's the fearless fields of Omar. There's octagonal and super. The jewel of spring will sprout a wing and awesome scenes will shower. There is northerly and sunline. There is might and there is power. And the fever of the diva match the spark of So You Thinks. But nothing beats the foreplay when the weight of history winks. What a monumental memory. Her celebration stunning. And now a nation gears up for the 100th Cox Plate running, Australia's best race. Lock it in. this Hall of Fame parade. And every race, another race where legends will be made. No words need not describe it, and I hope they never will. That's not to say you won't be keen to talk about the thrill, but of all the things that sum it up, I fear we can't disguise. It's not what leaves our mouths, it's in the stuff that leaves our eyes. Rising deep within your stomach, climbing quickly up your spine, tugging hard on every heartstring as they bravely hit the line. It starts off as adrenaline, but somewhere in the cheer, with the courage of an animal, it comes out as a tear. I hope to God you've cried it, and I hope you're not ashamed, because the hardest punt has been there and knows it can't be tamed. That's what makes you feel like you're a part of their endeavour, and pretty soon you realise it stays with you forever. So let me go out smiling when my time has come to go, in the knowledge that I've been there and I've seen their courage flow. Then bury me beneath the turf and watch my spirit fly to be joining with those punters in that grandstand in the sky. One favour I would ask though, when at last I leave this place, and I sit up there with Mr. Cox, look down on his race. Spare my soul a eulogy of sorrowful remorses, and somewhere in proceedings, please, will someone thank the horses? Have a wonderful night, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sure you can hear me, Rupert. Absolutely sensational, and the memories that are evoked. In 2000, the Moonee Valley Racing Club developed the Cox Plate Hall of Fame, with inductees each year awarded the Kingston Town Greatness Award.